Hey everyone, my name is Emily and this is going to be my first video on this channel, and I just decided to do kind of an everyday look, a little bit glam, nothing too serious, but anyway, if you want to see how I did this, just keep looking. Alright, so I always start with my eyes when it comes to makeup. I don't know why, I guess just because I feel like it's easier to clean up around your eye area once you've already done it, and you can just fix it with concealer, I guess. So that's just what I always do. So for every kind of neutral look that I like to go for, this is the tried and true. This is what I use. This is the Morphe 35E palette. We got some neutrals, we got some colors, we got some good stuff over here. So today I am just going to be doing just kind of like an everyday kind of look. I do have to say I have a big preference for eyeshadow that is very colorful. I love blues and purples, greens, just like literally every color. I love color on my eyes, but today I'm gonna give the neutral some love because I've been wearing specifically pink a lot lately. I'm just gonna go ahead, take a light shade, and I'm looking down in a mirror because that's just kind of how we gotta do it today. I definitely am not a perfectionist when it comes to my makeup. I don't need everything to be super exact or like totally perfect and flawless. I mean, of course, I do take time to do it, but it's definitely not something I take too seriously. I love doing my makeup. It's a great pastime for me. I just find it really fun. But again, like I said, I don't take myself too seriously. I'm not a makeup artist, not a professional. I just like to do makeup for fun. Now that that's just kind of in my crease, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on the other eye. Same color, same spot, same thing. A little bit about me. I am a university student. I am 20 years old. I'm studying kinesiology in Canada, and most likely I want to be an occupational therapist, although I'm kind of open to different career changes. That's kind of where I'm headed right now. I love watching YouTube. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Honestly, I spend too much time doing it. I watch just a lot of different things. I love makeup videos, obviously, beauty videos. I love fashion videos, hauls. I will spend hours just watching cat videos, honestly. I also really like to read, so I watch a lot of booktubers. Reading is just one of my favorite hobbies, especially books that have like plot twists or like you don't see the ending coming or like something like that. I love trying to figure stuff out when it comes to books or shows even. I really like just mysteries, I guess, kind of thrillers. I can't handle horror at all, so anything that's like too scary, I guess, I don't have a tolerance for it. I get creeped out way too easily, so just a light thriller, perfect. So now that this shade is relatively blended, I'm gonna go ahead and take a deeper brown down here. I'm gonna take a little bit of a smaller brush and go into that color, and I'm gonna take that more also into my crease, but a little bit below that other color that I had in there. I've definitely always kind of thought about starting a YouTube channel, not really for anything in particular. I just wanted to have a YouTube channel, I guess, and I don't really know what specifically I guess I want to do with it. Obviously, I have a interest in makeup, so that'll definitely be something that I will talk about quite a bit. I also, like I said, books. I'm definitely into fitness. I don't play sports, but I am someone who is relatively active, especially in the past few months during quarantine and just everything that's going on with that. I have started exercising more, which is great. So I'll probably make some videos on that. Right now, I've actually started doing the Chloe Ting like workout plans. She honestly amazing. Like, she has these free workout plans that she does. They're really easy to follow along with, and honestly, I find for beginners it can be it's definitely challenging. All right, so now that that is also decently blended, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shimmery shade right here with my finger, and I'm just gonna put that on my lid. This is a pretty simple look. It's something that is relatively simple to do every day. It doesn't require a whole lot of brushes or skills or anything. It's just like pop some shades on and you're good to go. And also excuse my nails. They're a little bit rough. I'm gonna have to fix those up. But yeah, so the top of my eyes are pretty much done. I like to do the top of my eyes for the most part, and then my face makeup, and then go back to finish off my eyes. So that's what I'm gonna do. For primer, I do stick to one favorite, which is the Fenty hydrating one. I'm not sure what the actual name is, but I know it's the one that's like hydrating, not mattifying, and it's down to like here. It's definitely loved. It is definitely hydrating, and I have pretty dry skin, so that's kind of exactly what I look for in a primer, and I love it. It's just, oh, I'm gonna miss it when I run out. But I am looking forward to trying another primer that I just got, and I will keep you posted on whether or not this one will remain my favorite. I am definitely someone who likes to experiment with a lot of different makeup, but since I do have dry skin, I prefer to stick with hydrating products for the face. I only wear foundations that are either a natural finish or a dewy finish, just because my skin is pretty dry and mattifying foundations don't particularly go well with that. So for foundation, I like to use the Becca Skin Love foundation. I just find it, I don't know, it just works well. It's also close to being empty. I do also really like the Hourglass Vanish Stick foundation. These are my two foundations that I switch between every now and then. Since the Beauty Blender is a fair penny, I do prefer to just use other sponges. This one here is a Morphe sponge, and Real Techniques makes really good sponges. As most people know, those are super popular. Everyone uses those. I have that song that James Charles sang in that like video, that I have that in my head, and not even like the actual song, but just like him saying it, like him doing the like the whoop 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 like on his Snapchat or whatever. I have that in my head. I don't know why. That happens so much. There'll just be these random things that'll get stuck in my head, and I'll just be like, hello, like, who are you and why are you living rent-free in my brain? But like, okay. So now that that's mostly just all over my face, I kind of go in with like a kind of second layer, just where I have extra product in my hand and I don't want to waste it. I'll just go ahead and put it on the areas that I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. And like I said, I'm not going for like a super like perfect looking expertise look today. I never really go completely full coverage. I like the look of your face. Obviously, most cases you know you're wearing makeup, but like a natural looking coverage, I guess I should say. And of course, bringing that on the neck. I do find this foundation is a little bit yellow for me, but I got it a while ago and I have never stopped using it, even though it is a little bit off, but I find it is wearable, so it is what it is. I do like to use the Boing concealer by Benefit. I don't even know if they make this anymore, honestly. I'm not sure. They might have repackaged it into a different concealer, but I do like it for a little bit of extra coverage for the under eye. I do have decent dark circles, and I try to do my best to kind of make those a little bit less noticeable. So we're just gonna go in with this. I also have a little mini makeup sponge that I like to blend my concealer with. So I'm just gonna take that and dab it in. This is also pink. They came as a set, which is great. Pink is my favorite color. Not that I wouldn't have bought these sponges if they weren't pink, but the fact that they are is just kind of a little added bonus, I guess. All right, so now that that is on there, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which everybody knows what that is at this point. It's a concealer that some people like, some people don't. I personally don't mind it. It's what I got, so it's what I use, and just swipe that on there. My schooling has all been online, and There's definitely some pros and cons to it, but since I am home, I feel like I have focused a lot more on my skincare, which is great. I'm definitely a big believer in skincare. I find it really essential, I guess, to me. Since my skin is so dry, I literally will get such like annoying flakes of just skin coming off, especially my nose is super dry, which is kind of gross, but I find that being home I've been able to focus a lot more on skincare, which is great. And some people have really nice skin naturally, I'm so jealous, but you work with what you got. Personally, I like to use it so my face doesn't fall off, but you do you, boo. All right, so concealer is on. Now I like to bake a little bit with Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. And I just put my sponge right on in there and put that underneath my eyes. It's just how I've always done it. I don't know. This is what I do. So I just put that right on underneath my eyes, and I don't really bake anywhere else, just under my eyes. I feel like is where I need it. I don't put concealer on my face to highlight it. I just never have. Props to you if you do. It's just, I don't really like how it looks with my face, so I just choose not to do that, but yeah, okay. All right, so for eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Soft Brown. It's what I've been using since probably high school. As you can see, there's definitely some wear in one of the colors anyway. I take the lighter shade for the most part and just fill in my brows. They're pretty much already the shape that I want them to be. They're definitely not perfect, and I do wish I had a bit more of a tail to my eyebrows, but I also don't take them too seriously. I don't carve them out. I wish I had the talent to be able to do that, and maybe one day I will, but for the time being, I just don't put too much effort into them. I just fill them in, brush them out, and then go about my day. My cat is sleeping back there. He's just minding his own business. All right, so my brows are pretty much done. Like I said, I don't carve them out. I just leave them like that pretty much. And sometimes whenever I'm done everything, I'll go back in and touch them up if there's any spots that I missed. But I don't take them too seriously. I just fill them in. Now that my setting powder's been sitting there for a while, I'm gonna go ahead and just brush that off. And then we're gonna go ahead and finish the eyes. And I'm gonna take that darker shade that I use and just put that underneath my eyes with a little bit of a smaller brush. I feel like I make a weird face whenever I put eyeshadow underneath my eyes. It's like very serious. Now that that's on there, I am gonna go ahead and take that same shade and put a little bit more of it in my outer V to deepen the look a little bit. I'm just lightly adding a bit more to make it look more cohesive and make it blend more with the eyeshadow that's at the bottom, I guess. And exact same thing on the other eye. Inner corner time, I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here. That's the lightest in the palette. Gonna take that with my pinky and just pop that right in there. It's not that intense of a inner corner highlight. It's just something that's subtle and shows up a little bit. So my go-to eyeliner for like neutral looks in my waterline is Honeydew by ColourPop. Something like this is something that just is so subtle, but yet it adds something. So I like to do it. So now that the eyes are done, except for mascara and lashes, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and do my cheek makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Hoola bronzer, which I have had for quite a bit, and it's still going strong. For the most part now, I just bronze up a little bit, and I go mostly in with blush. I love cheek blush, nose blush, just blush everywhere, honestly. I love that 2020 has made blush more of a common trend. People kind of shied away from blush for a while, but in this past year, it's definitely become more of a normal thing for people to be wearing a lot of blush. And depending on the day, some days I won't wear a lot, some days I will. It just depends on what I'm feeling at the moment. And yeah, I enjoy it. All right, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, put that on the sides of my forehead. I'm gonna take that on my nose, down the sides and across. I like that look of having like your almost like your nose is a little bit sunburnt. Of course, in the winter, obviously, as it is right now in Canada, no one really is having tans and no one's traveling to get those tans because of coronavirus. Yeah, I still like to bronze up my nose. I just like how it looks, especially with blush, Tarte blush, and there's multiple A's. I like to go in with this, and today I'm feeling not crazy blush, but noticeable. Like she's there, you can see her. And I do bring it across my nose. I just think nose blush is so cute. It's just so cute. I love, like, in the winter, I feel like the nose blush is a lot more acceptable because it's like, oh, like I was just outside and my nose got chilly. But I mean, I do it all the time. If you've never tried nose blush, I recommend you try it at least once and just see how it looks on your face. It might look a little weird the first time you try it, but the more that you do it, you might grow to like it, you never know. All right, so for highlighter, I like to use Flexitarian by ColourPop. It is a Super Shock Cheek, which this is the only one I have tried, and honestly, I am obsessed. It is just it's so pretty. When the light hits it, it's a really nice shade. I feel like it's really flattering. This highlighter is definitely something that will show up. It's not the most subtle. Of course, you could kind of only add a little bit to your cheeks and it won't be crazy or anything, but you can also build it up to be a lot more shiny and reflective. I also put some down the bridge of my nose as well as the tip because we love a glowy nose. And I also like to take some underneath my brow bone. And that's that. Okay, so for lips, I'm gonna take the matte. This is so cute. It's just a little matte, little mini lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy. And I am not a huge fan of matte lipsticks. I'm definitely more of a gloss girl, but every now and then I will use something that's a bit more matte. I don't actually have any matte liquid lipsticks just because I find they're a little bit more drying. They are great for like long wear, but I don't know. I'm a gloss girl, true and true. That's just how I am. So we're gonna be using that. But first, I'm gonna line my lips. This is a BFF lippy pencil by ColourPop. A lot of the things that I have, honestly, are ColourPop. It's just one of my favorite. They're one of my favorite brands. All right, so lipstick is done. Only thing that's left is mascara and lashes. For mascara, I'm taking Big Ego by Tarte, just a little one as well. I do just get minis for the most part when it comes to mascara from Sephora anyway, just because I do wear falsies anyways, so my actual lashes aren't going to be noticeable for the most of the time. So investing in an expensive mascara isn't something I personally do a lot. For lashes, I'm going to be using a pair from Go Glam Cosmetics, which I had never heard of on YouTube before. It's just a brand that I saw on Instagram and decided to try them. So this is what their packaging looks like. I've already worn these a whole bunch, but the pair that I'm going to be using are going to be the ones that would have been here. They're called Luna. Pretty cute. I do use Duo Lash Glue. It's just what I got. It's what I've always used, so that's what I do. This is the look. This is what I would consider to be kind of everyday glam. It's nothing that's too dramatic. The lashes are definitely a bit big for some people. I personally love big lashes, so these are definitely ones that I would have no problem wearing on a just regular day basis. But yeah, this kind of finishes, I guess, my first video. So I just want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, like the video, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. All right, so I will see you in my next video. If you want to stick around, until then, enjoy your life. May God bless. Bye.